So we're going to go.
Okay.
All right. We'll wait and see if somebody comes on, but we
Okay.
are waiting
Yeah.
for. So
Maybe
There we
and,
go.
and the funny thing is, Alex turns 21 that night.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we can all drink.
And the poor guy is going to spend his 21st birthday with all of
Yes,
us.
Yeah. I would
And
say
we'll let him have one drink. That's all.
or either that, or we'll all buy him a shot,
Yeah.
and they'll go.
They better because it's dad to drive him home.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
It's
yes.
Ruth Ann's problem then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There you
So
go.
Anne got her kid. Yay.
Yay.
And the people, there was one girl yesterday that all she got was the caramels. She didn't
You
get the foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
She got the better part.
She got the.
Those are good caramels.
Yeah.
That's my favorite candy.
I
That
know.
was my suggestion to get those.
Yeah,
Those
yeah. Joni's taking all the credit for that candy. Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
good. Oh, yeah.
And
so fresh.
And then somebody else didn't. Well, there's a girl that didn't get a box, and they're tracking it. And I think so she lives in Connecticut. We're in Pennsylvania. I told you about this yesterday.
Yeah.
We're in Pennsylvania. Somehow, when I tracked her package, it was at a United States Postal Service facility in California.
I said to
Oh,
her,
my
"Wait
gosh.
a minute, Connecticut's the
Yeah.
north, and California is
Went all
this
the way
way.
over to
Why did it?" I said,
I
"Why
don't
did it
know,
go?"
just
And she
things
says,
happen.
"Yeah,
Things
okay.
happen.
Mhm.
And so if they didn't see it make progress towards Connecticut, like being delivered like by tomorrow, they were going to ship her out a whole nother one. So because who knows where it'll go from California?
Yeah.
I might
It
go to
may-
Hawaii."
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yes. Go to Hawaii. Yes.
Yes,
So all right. So today is the big reveal of present number 3.
Somebody wants Steve's phone number.
Oh, Steve's phone number 412-344-2330. And option 2 will take you to Steve. Now, zillions of people are calling him. He's very popular, isn't he? Yeah, he's fun. So, so just leave a message and he'll get back to you. So, okay, wonderful. All right. And, okay, so those of you, there was 150 people that didn't get the box. The boxes arrived today.
And
Yeah.
And
everybody's
they dove
folding
into
their
them.
hands.
Fold and fold and
They
fold.
go, the hands
I
are
heard
going
them
like
say,
this.
put this cream on your hands because your hands get really dry when folded boxes. So
Yeah.
they're just moving as fast as they can. And so that's really good news because honestly, they told us in the beginning that we weren't going to get them till Friday. And I started looking at the calendar thinking they won't ship till Monday. They're not
That's
going to
gonna
get them
be
in
good.
time.
Yeah.
But now we're okay. We're
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
And we'll all go back
Yeah,
and help them. I'll be over here with Tommy this afternoon because we are going to he wants to teach you how to create an applique in IQ Designer and then cut out the pieces on the scanning
Oh,
pad.
nice.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Beth said she had a package go to Hawaii without her.
How dare
that's
they?
No good.
Yeah.
Yes. Binghamton, New York. How much snow do you have, Binghamton, New York? Because isn't that where they get a lot of snow?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lake effect snow from Lake Ontario.
We lived there for about a year.
Yeah, and there was a lot of snow.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A lot of snow. Yes.
I wonder how Erie's doing.
Yeah, well, Erie, what I read was they got 24 inches and
Oh,
they were
my.
due to have another 18 to
18,
24. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah. And then somebody said as soon as they drove by Erie and they got to Meadville, no snow.
No snow.
snow.
Well, and I
And
have
so
a
it was
sister
really
in
close.
Buffalo, and it didn't seem to make too much difference to her. So,
Yeah,
and
they're
usually
used to it.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, are
true.
they or who
Well,
knows?
because we were watching the football game, but somehow they just must be on,
Yeah.
the
just
wrong,
missed
the
it.
right,
Yeah.
the right way.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's that lake effect snow.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah. They got that finally figured out. So, okay. So we opened up number 1, and that was the even spacing foot. Okay. And then number 2 is the panel. And I'm gonna make
So that
it.
was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Was the panel. Okay.
Okay.
So now we got to see
And number 3.
Wait, number 1, number 2. So today is
it
today
the
December 3rd?
Who knows?
It doesn't sound right, does it?
It's going by quick.
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta find December
Yeah.
3rd in here. Okay, here, I think this is December 3rd. Okay, December 3rd.
Hide this one.
Yeah.
No peeking.
Yeah. Well, that one's okay. It's a number one.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So December 3rd is a spool of embroidery thread.
And,
And what I want you to
matches.
notice, yes,
Yes.
it does. It perfectly matches
Mhm.
the green in your panel.
Right.
So the most exciting day is going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Right? Don't you
Oh.
think? Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be the most exciting day. So,
Mhm.
so this afternoon, you're going to have to watch Tommy and I, and it'll be tomorrow morning. So today, we better tell them what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Today, we are showing you how to make this pillow.
Okay.
Okay. And then tomorrow, we're going to do the table runner. Are you?
Okay.
What time are you in tomorrow? You're not in
No,
tomorrow.
I'm not in tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and I can do the table runner. Yeah. No sweat. How many did we make? 350.
50, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and I
350?
think we did 12 classes of this, Jenny. So
12
I think
classes.
hopefully we can still do it,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah, right.
You never know.
You never know. I would
Yeah.
forget. Definitely. Okay. So I think I'll just clean up here, and then I am going to get the sewing machine set up.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you guys take over from here. They taught the pillow class at the event,
Mhm.
and they're crazy about the machine,
We are
right?
crazy
Yes,
about the
yes,
machine.
yeah,
So-
it's
Yeah.
fun. It really is.
Okay. And that's it. Remember, tomorrow at noon is when we do the big reveal,
Yeah,
right?
big
The big
reveal.
reveal.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, so I'll just gather my stuff up and then
Okay.
give you guys room.
Okay, so
To show.
I'm going to show how threading the applaud, the first thing.
Okay.
Okay, and then Deb's going to sew the stitches while I
Mhm.
show you another technique to do on the applaud.
Okay.
And Gloria, she asked me to talk about the Applaud.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, about bucket list, we were asked to go to Baby Lock Tech.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm not a serger person, and I hate to say it, but I'm just not.
Uh-huh.
So to my amazement, I walk in the first day, I'm sitting in front of a serger. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my
no.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours later, well, I finally said to Steve this morning, it's always customer first at Gloria's. I said, enough of the customer first. I want one by Christmas. I want one.
Yes.
So he said, I can do that, Deb.
Yeah.
But it is amazing. I love watching the
I know.
Yeah.
And people don't realize it's a cover stitch machine.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you could do all your hems on it plus do the decorative. And there's
Right.
all kinds of accessories they've made. And Joni's going to
Mhm.
demo a couple of those too.
and
Yeah,
I just
okay.
see crazy quilt.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, I can't wait for you to try that.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Joni's going to demo some of the attachments.
Mhm.
And I think just the things that you can do, I think it is just going to be so much fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is. It
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
is. So, and that's it for us to give 12 classes on it, like 350 people, and we had no trouble.
No.
It was-
Trouble at all.
Unless we fettered it wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're gonna go over that.
Yes.
And like me, I keep forgetting that front hole in the foot.
Oh,
So make
okay.
sure you go over
And
that.
I forget to lock it.
Okay. And
I
lock
forget-
it.
I
forget
and
to lock
Joni's
it.
gonna show you everything.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it over and over again because we have so many projects that we want to do with this machine.
Mhm.
So it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to. So the thing you don't have right now is the 3-inch wide by 18 ruler, but you
Okay.
could show them with that one if
Yeah.
I don't make it. I'm running over because there's like 3 or 4 things we forgot.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
the ruler. No, that's the only thing we forgot is a 3 by 18
Teen
ruler.
roller.
So that's the
Yeah.
only
Well,
thing I
yeah,
have
so
to
we
get.
can do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder if there's not one in here.
Oh
Mm.
no.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay,
All right.
I'll go look out here. Okay.
Okay.
So I was trying to take a little bit of my mess with me.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
operative word, though, Gloria, you just said it. This is fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it
It's
is
just
fun.
fun.
Mhm.
It's not like, oh, I have to get this project done. I have to sit down and just enjoy the afternoon.
Mhm.
And that's what this
Yes.
really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all
right.
right.
All right. So
Well,
we're gonna
I'm
go
gonna
over
slip by you
here.
first, Joni,
Okay.
and then I'll get the sewing machine ready.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna use the white thread. Okay. So she said we needed that ruler, but ours is marked, but we're going to show them how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how I thread. The stitch that we're going to be using is the wide cover stitch, and then we're going to be using both decorative threads. So right here, these these 3 spool pins, and this is the chain looper. This is your cover stitch right there. And you notice we have regular serger thread in it. And then over here we have 2 spool pins for decorative threads. And we're going to be sewing on this fabric. So what we chose is it's a beautiful like off-white with a gold print poinsettia on it. So what we chose was red and green thread to do our decorative stitch. We are using Dazzle and Razzle. Dazzle is has a little bit of metallic in it, a little sparkle to it, and the Razzle is just a smooth rayon thread. And so the dominant thread is on the left side. So the left thread sews over the right thread. So we always pick the more decorative one to put in the left thread guide. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I thread this from the very beginning. So first of all, I'm going to cut the threads that are here, and then we'll take them out. And I just cut them right above the presser foot, and then over here, I'll cut them like right here, and we'll cut them right there. And we'll pull these out of the okay, we're going to lift the presser foot and we'll pull them out of the tension disc. Okay, and then I can just pull the threads away that are underneath the foot. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning with these. Okay, so first of all, we're going to engage your thread guide. So we're going to go from serging to threading, and just flip that little switch down and then turn the hand wheel towards you. Right here, it looks like sort of like pipes, a little pipe. And so that's and they're separated. And when I turn the hand wheel and the needles are in the correct position, it pops together. And now I can't turn the hand wheel. Okay, so we're going to thread. This is for the chain looper. So that one would be right here. Now to thread this one is a little, it's kind of over this way. So I'm wondering if, you know what, maybe if I get up and move, and then you can get in closer. Kate can get in closer. So, and then I'll sit down again. And so this is all on our quick reference guide. So this is the chain looper, and we're going to take that thread. Let's see, let's get these out of the way. Here. Okay.
I think we have some static going on here, Joni.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to grab that thread, and right here is a thread guide, and it's going to go from the top to the bottom inside that, and then I just grab it and I let it hang down on the side. Okay. And there is a metal guide right here. So I don't know if you can kind of here. I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll get in real close.
Carol wants to know, is the Applaud the only machine that does these stitches?
It is. It sews. You can do a little bit of decorative stitching with the heavyweight threads on the Triumph, but you would put them through the chain looper. It's a little different.
And then you have to sew on the reverse side, right?
Yes. You have to sew upside down.
This isn't a typical serger though. This is a cover stitch machine.
Yeah, it's a cover stitch machine. So it doesn't do the 4-thread overlock, the rolled edge. It doesn't do that, but it does do the cover stitch. And it's and so if you need to like hem t-shirts or pants or anything, you have that. It does come with a regular cover stitch foot, so you don't have to use the decorative threads. You can use it as a utility stitch too. Okay, so I'm going to take this thread, and it has to go behind this metal piece, and then I just kind of grab it and put it through that tension disc like that. Okay, and then it will go in this thread guide right there, and then you'll take this and put it into the chain port, and I just kind of take it and let's see. There you go. And I just can take my finger. You can take tweezers too and just kind of feed it in. Just needs to go in about a 1/2 inch to an inch. And then you pull on it and give it some slack, because what it will do is go through here and it's going to come out over here. So I'm just going to hit that button, and then you open this up and you can see. Now, if you don't see it, that means I didn't give it enough slack. So we're going to take it and hit the button. There it is. And you just pick it up and you put it through the thread cutter and then stuff it back in like that. And that's the chain looper, so that's all threaded. So now I can sit down and it's not as hard to see. Okay. All right, so then we're using the C1 and the C3 needle. So you can do a 3-thread decorative stitch, or you can cover stitch, or a 2-thread, and this is a 2-thread wide. So we're using the 2 outside needle positions. And so that would be, this is C1, C2, C3. So we're using these 2. So then I'll take this thread, bring it through the antenna. Okay, and then we'll bring it through the tension disc, and it has snaps in the back.
And you really have to hear it snap, right,
Yeah,
Joni?
yes, you'll hear it clicks. And then now there are 2, we're going to thread it over this way to the take-up lever. There are 2 take-up levers. This one is for the decorative threads, and this one is for the cover stitch thread. So we're going to go underneath everything, bypass that first take-up lever, and then go through there's a thread guide right here, and then right above the needle. And then we're going to use the needle threader. So I am threading C3, and you just bring that over, and then you bring the needle threader down. I love the needle threader. It's so easy to use.
It really is.
Yeah. And then you take that thread and you put it in there. I described it. It looks like a fork that wraps around the needle, and you can feel a little hook in there, and then it pulls the thread through, pulls a loop through, and then you can finish up so I just let it hang out in the right here for now, and then we'll go to the C1 thread. Yeah. And then we're going to go through the tension disc, and there's that little click. Now I had the presser foot down, so I want to make sure it's up, and then we're going to go through this thread guide, and then underneath everything and around the take-up lever, inside this thread guide, same one as the C3 needle, and there. And then we're going to go to C1, bring the needle threader down, and then just take that thread and put it in, and then it pulls the loop through. Okay, so now we want to start sewing on our stitch, just to make sure everything, it's forming a stitch. So what we'll do is go to serging, and then put the cover back on, and then you're also close everything up. And then, so I'm just going to start to stitch, and this is what I do every time I do a cover stitch, because the needles are not underneath the presser foot. So what I'll do is start to sew, and then I'll snip the stitches. So I think I have a pair of scissors here. And then the threads will be underneath. Now I need my foot control. There we go. Okay.
Patricia, it's just like Ruth Ann said, we're kind of chit-chatting our way through this threading. It really doesn't take long at all.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm kind of explaining it and taking a long time and taking my time. And so I snip, now the threads will be underneath the foot, and I can peek under there and I see that it's forming a stitch. So then I will, now I'm ready to thread the decorative threads. And so I want to make sure that the first thing I'll do is make sure that the needles are up and the wipers are open, which this one is. But if it wasn't, I would just hit the needle up down button. So I would just touch it. Right now they're down and the wipers are closed. And now they're up, the needles are up, but the wipers are still engaged. And there we go. So now the needles are up and the wipers are open. Okay, then I lift my presser foot, and then we'll take the right thread first, and it goes through this tension disc right there, and it snaps in just like the other, and around the take-up lever. And then there's a thread guide right here. It'll go in there, and then there's a hole in the, there's like a little, it's meant to be a hole that the thread goes through, right in the front
toe?
of the foot, in the toe of the foot. That's a
That's
good, yeah. And then we'll take this and put it through that hole, and then through the wiper. And this one would just kind of set it in there. And tweezers are helpful. There we go. So I have my right thread, and then we'll take the
So the green, since it's in the second spool, goes into the right hand
right
wiper.
Yeah, so everything, it's on the right, so it goes through the right wiper. And then we'll take this one and put it through the tension disc and around the take-up lever exactly as the other one, through that thread guide in the front. And then we'll take this and we'll put that through that hole, same hole again. And then through the left wiper. There we go. Okay, then you hold this, you're going to drop the presser foot now, and you're going to start to sew, make sure it forms a stitch, and you kind of hold these threads at 45-degree angles, and you start to sew, and I can see the threads moving back and forth. So then I can cut them and then finish the stitch. And then you just there we go. And there's my stitch, and it's perfect.
Joni, what's the difference between the Applaud and the Triumph?
The Triumph doesn't have these spool places to put decorative threads in. You can use decorative threads, but they would have to go through the loopers. Okay, so if I wanted to get something like this, I would thread my needle threads with a regular serging thread, just like I have now. But I would put one of those decorative threads in the chain looper. And then what you would have to do, your chain looper is underneath, so you would have to turn your fabric over and kind of sew upside down.
So
Okay.
Joni, what did we do at the event to let the people get their first row of stitching? And it was another towel that we didn't bring over, but it was kind of easy the way we started, just going down the...
Yeah, okay, so what we did, okay, so we're going to take, we just followed the stripe on the towel, and you can see the foot fits right over that stripe, and you line up the foot with the stripe, and you just start to sew, and you do a decorative stitch like that. And you don't have to sew slow. I think I do that just so that you can see what I'm doing. And you can see I have so I'm just following that stripe on there. And then you chain off, and we don't like to chain off too much because it kind of wastes the thread, but maybe about 2 inches. And then we'll take the scissors and snip. And then what we had was this little tail, and what you can do with that is take it, bring it towards the back, and just take a regular sewing machine and stitch over it, and that will tack it in place. But there you go. There's our stitching, and it's really, really beautiful. Okay, So Deb's going to sew while I go to the other Applaud and show you how to sew on ribbon like this. But I think before we do that, we want to show them how to mark the fabric.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll come over here. All right. Okay. So this is an 18 by 18 inch square. And so the first thing we did was take our marking pen, and we're gonna draw a line from corner to corner like that. Okay, so I already have marks there, but you'll just do that. I love these chalk pens, and you just draw a line right down the center. Okay, then we're going to take a ruler. Now Gloria went to get a 3 by 18 inch ruler.
Here it is, right
here
there.
she brought it. Okay, yeah. So you can also then put this ruler up against that line that you just drew. Okay, and then draw a line.
And our story at the event was John, which a lot of you have met by now.
Yeah.
His first day of work was drawing the lines on the velveteen, only 350 of them. And he came back, and he's still here.
Yeah, everybody laughed. He said he came back. And then just kind of keep going on one side. So down the center, and then go to the right side. Like that. And then, okay, and
Gloria,
then you would do the same thing on this side.
We could just
so I have my center one already there.
What are they called?
And then I would take
tassel ones?
Mark to the left of that line.
We were selling them as a...
Okay. And you're going to sew right over that center line, and you'll never, the stitch is going to cover up any markings. So you're going to have 7 rows going in this direction, and then after you have those 7 rows, then you're going to go to the other side and draw from corner to corner, and then take the 3-inch ruler and mark to the right of that one and to the left of that one. So you will have 7 lines going in each direction, so you'll have 14 lines.
Okay. My apologies. I was just talking to Gloria with my microphone on. I forgot to take it off.
Oh.
Kate, there were the tea towels that we used at the event had the little tassels on the bottom of them. And they had the same ability to sew right down these. Is there a chance we can put that up in the bubble so they can see them? Yeah, I didn't think to bring one over.
Oh, yeah, they were.
But they're so
cute
easy,
towels.
and
yeah,
that's a gift in what, 5 minutes?
Right. Yeah. So, okay. So Deb is going to sew the lines, and the thing that you'll do, to keep in mind, the foot has that hole in it, and you're going to line the hole up with your drawn line. And then you just start, and I start in the center and then move to the right, and then I do turn it around and go to the left, and that's just so the bulk of the fabric isn't all on one side. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go over here to another serger, and I'm going to show you the serger has inserts that you can get for the machine. And this one is called the Cording Taping Micro Insert Foot Kit. And it has all these little, let's see where the box went. It has all of these little, okay, here it is, right here. Okay. So it has 6 little inserts that go on the foot. And I'm going to show you how to put these on. And they're clear plastic. You can hardly see them. And each one is a different size, and you can put cording or ribbon underneath them and do a lot of decorative sewing. So I'm going to show you how we do that, and then I'll show you how to put one of the inserts in. Okay. So, so we're going to go over to this Applaud. And I will do this again. We're going to decorate this towel. we're in close quarters today, so I guess, or is this camera going to take care of,
I'm gonna come over with this one as well.
okay, all right. Okay. So this one is set up again for the same stitch. It is the cover stitch wide with using both of the decorative stitches. You can use just one. If you do use just one, you would put it in the left spokes pin. But and then or you can also use a narrow one and then so so there are other stitches. There's quite a few stitches, and then there's also these inserts. So what I did was I put a little insert in. I took out the other one, and I'll show you how to do this when I'm all done. And so this was the original one for the regular one that we've been using, and that just it's inside the presser foot, and it has these 3 red marks on it to show you where the 3 different needle positions are. And that just helps you line things up and things like that. So I took a piece of ribbon and I threaded it through the insert. And then I'll just take my towel. You can see this one had a piece of ribbon on it, but it's same color as the towel. So maybe you might not be able to see it as much, but you can kind of see it right here where the tail hangs off. So I'm just going to take this and we'll either follow a stripe or maybe I'll do it on the I'll do it off of the stripe. And you just tuck your presser foot, your fabric underneath your presser foot, and then just start to sew. And the insert holds the ribbon in the perfect position. It's like that. And it sews it down perfectly. It's like right on the edge of the ribbon, and it would be very hard to do that without that foot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna chain off a little bit, and then I'm gonna snip that thread, the ribbon. Okay, and then, what was it?
What bobbins does this use?
This doesn't use any bobbins, it uses the chain looper. So the chain looper is down in here underneath, so that right here, I'm going to show you, and we'll chain off a bit. There we go. And we'll snip this. And right here, this is the chain looper right here. And that's what forms the stitch underneath. And then the 2 needles are on top. And then the 2 decorative threads are over here on top of the ribbon. So, okay, so there's my ribbon, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to take the little insert off and then put on. So, right, so I would just, it's a little plastic piece and you just pull it off, really easy. Couldn't get any more easier than that. And these are all color coded. There's a little blue dot on this one, and then all the rest have like different colored dots. So it kind of, that's how you know what foot you're using. On the box, it has a QR code, I think that's what they call it. And I took my phone and I downloaded it and we printed it out. So I just held my phone up over this symbol and it turned on the camera and it it brought up a link and I touched it, and then I was able to print out the instructions. So right here, it is an 8mm taping micro insert foot. So that's the one I'm using. It has the blue dot on it. So there you go. So right here on there is a little tiny blue dot. And then it gives you all the machine settings. So it tells me to use either the triple cover stitch or the wide cover stitch. I have the wide cover stitch in. And then it tells me what the stitch length should be. And, you know, using which wipers, the right and left wiper. Presser foot is, pressure is standard. And then it tells me what supplies I'll need. And it does tell me to use some micro insert foot 6mm to 3/8 tape. And then right up here it says blue dot. So easy to follow. And then so to put it on, you just, your presser foot is down, and you just take that and kind of bring it up a little bit. And just slide it on here. We're going to take that. You just kind of slide that on. There. It's very easy. And then to put the ribbon in, and there's a diagram on the instructions that is easy to follow. This is the one I was following right here. And then you'll take your ribbon and you will, I use my tweezers for this. You're going to go up from underneath and then down in again. So we're going to take this and bring it up. And it would, there we go. And you grab it with the tweezers, okay? And then you're going to bring that down inside again. So I kind of tuck it in there and bring it and grab it with the tweezers. And you kind of bring that forward like this. There you go. And like that. And then you take this and you put it underneath the presser foot and towards the back. And that's it. Very easy. And it's fun. So, yeah, so that is what the inserts will do. And you know, we'll be using these more and more with projects and things like that. So, there's a lot to learn and a lot of creative things to do. Okay? So let's see how, oh, she's all done. Okay. Now, Deb is all done sewing the 18 by 18 inch square. Okay. So, and look how beautiful it is. So we have the green and blue and green thread and 14 rows of stitching. It turned out beautiful. So now what we'll do is take our ruler and square it up. So this is, the square is 18 by 18 and the ruler is 15.5 by 15.5. So we're going to just square it up. So what you can do is take the center of the ruler and just place it right on top of the center of the, where those 2 rows of stitching are engaged. So right there. And then I'm just going to check the corners. I want the corners to be on a row of stitching like that. So it's okay. It turned out really nice.
I love it.
I love it
I
too.
love the
Yeah,
colors.
yeah. Okay, now we're going to cut off the excess.
I think they're my favorite colors yet.
Oh, really? The
Oh,
green and red?
every time.
Yeah,
I
every
always,
time,
I
yeah.
think something's better, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So we're going to take this and we'll just kind of hold that. Let's see if we have another one. Here, I'm going to try this one. Oh, no, that
Oh,
one,
that's
that one has one of those pinking edges, so we can use this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that in place with my left hand, and then we're going to, now, when you, one of the little tips that we taught at the class is right here where these intersect, we found that if it happened like maybe 2 or 3 times that one got tangled up under the other one. So I think that's why these, you snip those, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Right
just
here.
kind- yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
You can just see I didn't hold the
Yeah. Okay.
when I went to start.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your tails out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so she right here, she didn't kind of hold
Well, I
on
didn't
to
hold it.
but
and
it doesn't matter because look, we're going to cut that off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we like the titanium blades.
Yes.
Kate, is it possible to pull up the titanium serger
Okay.
blades?
So we're going to cut this. Yeah, okay.
And, going through, especially at the event, because we were using velvet and then metallic thread, we were dulling blades.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be as bad.
Right.
45 millimeter or 20?
45, please.
Okay. There we go. And we're going to take that. Okay. Now,
Ruth Ann, there is shape flex on the back.
yes, we did put a piece of shape flex on the back. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this. Just make sure you don't move it. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to get ready to, now we're done with the serger and everything else will be sewing on the sewing machine. And here, I'm going to make sure that's, I didn't move this, and then we'll cut this side off. Okay. And then let's see. There we go. So we're all set. Did they? Oh, you did. Okay, I didn't see that anybody. That but now we have a sewing machine.
And
So
do you want to tell them about this ruler? Did you do that?
no, this is the Creative Grids ruler, and it is a 15.5 by 15.5, and with and it just squared out. It was easy. It's easy to use. It's a really nice ruler. You'll use it for other projects, but it's and it's the Creative Grids. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll take this.
I got it.
Okay. And we're ready to start putting the borders on. So we have our machine set up for a straight stitch. One little piece is I need to snip that off. Okay. All right. So now we have our two. You will have 2 strips for the borders, and they are 3 inches by the width of the fabric. So we're going to take one and place it on the right side. Okay, and let's see if we have some clips here. Okay, the clips are nice. Now, what I do right here is, did you ever I'm not going to cut off the selvage. If I was going to match it up like this, I would definitely have to cut off the selvage. But did you ever sew a border on and then you open it up and you find that it kind of droops down to the right? That used to happen to me all the time. So I always extend it off the edge, and then I'll pin it or clip it. Okay, so we're going to take one border strip and to put it on one side, and Deb's going to do our sewing for us.
Okay.
Okay, she's now and we're going to sew this on. Now we're not going to use we are going to use the J foot on our baby lock or your brother. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece, let it extend off the edge. This one's bent. And the reason why I had them do it this way, there is enough, I think, to go on all 4 sides, to cut it and then use it on the other side. But I just thought this is easier because you don't have to get up and down so much. You'll just do sewing on 2 sides and then the other 2 sides. Okay, now we're going to use the J foot and we're going to use the side of the presser foot as our guide. So it's not a true 1/4 inch. It's a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. And the reason why I had them do that is when we cut, you can see if you can, it cut the thread. And I was just a little worried that a 1/4 inch, you might get a little thread poking out. So that's why I used the J foot with the side of the presser foot right along the edge, and it's a little bit larger than the 1/4 inch. So Deb's going to do that, and we're just going to do both sides, and then we're going to iron those and cut them. It's a very easy pillow to make. You can do this in one afternoon. Well, we did it in 3 hours, and everybody got done. When we had our event, we wanted everybody to get done, because you never want to take home a project that's not done because you probably won't finish it. So we did it in like 3 hours, and it took less than the 3 hours. We won't be here 3 hours because we're just making one pillow. We don't have a classroom of lots of ladies.
And Joni, why did you use 2 pieces?
I used 2. What we're going to do is after we press it to the side, we're going to square up the corners, and the leftover pieces will be used for the top and the bottom. Does the Triumph use the same feet? No, it is a different set of feet. Well, you know what? I would say no, it's a different set of feet, but there are attachments that you can put on, and I believe you can probably use some of the attachments for on the Applaud.
There you go, Joni.
Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to, okay, so we're going to take this, and we have our seam. Okay. Okay.
And generally, I don't sew over pins. Do you, Joni?
I do.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to bring this over so you can see. I don't really sew. You kind of sew, along the edge of them. Some people say, oh no, you can't do that. But I guess I do. Okay. If they would definitely be in the way. So first of all, so then I would take them out. So, okay, so we're gonna set the seam, and then we'll do this side.
So why do you set the seam, Joni?
That's, I guess, I'm not sure exactly why you do. I think it's,
Because?
yeah, because, that's because, yeah. So that's the way I was taught a while ago. Okay, and then I'm going to move everything, turn this out.
I don't know, Joni. I like the red velveteen, but I can't even say this is second. This is equivalent. I love it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're going to take this and press that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on this side.
And Gloria's going to come back and talk about a new iron. Did I hear you
Oh,
talking?
yes, we have. Did any of you see the Wicked? It is. We've gone crazy just like everybody else with the
I haven't
Wicked.
seen it yet.
I loved it.
Did you?
I absolutely loved it. I haven't seen a movie that good in a long time. Yeah, it was so good. So, and my daughter has it all figured out for the next Wicked.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
Wicked 3, I guess.
In a year, they're going to do another one.
Okay.
And she has it completely figured out. Okay, so now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to line it up on the edge of the fabric, and then see, I'm going to cut this off. Okay, this side, and then they don't droop down.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I don't know why they droop, but they do droop.
They do. I
Yeah,
every time. So I started doing this. Okay, and we'll take this one, and then the leftovers will be for the top and the bottom. There really, since it's square, there really isn't a top and the bottom, but the other two sides. So we'll take this one and we'll put that there. And I'm going to let that hang off a little bit. And then the front is done. So while you're sewing this, we'll get the back started.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason? See, I usually put my pins the other way, which I'm sure is just how I learned. There's no reason either way, or is there a reason?
I always pin this way. I pin, that's the way I was taught to pin. So you don't have to move them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you can just sew right over them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you're sewing over them, you've got the thin tip
Yeah.
that you're sewing over.
Right. Okay. So that's, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the thin. We had excellent teachers in high school. We had really, really good teachers. We had one that worked for a designer in New York, and then she got married and moved to Pittsburgh. And so she became a home ec teacher. And she was such a really, really good. And for those of you, our mother did not sew. Isn't that something? Okay, so now she's going to sew those on the same thing with the J foot, with the side of the presser foot along the edge. Okay, and now we're going to start the back. And let's see, I'm not even sure what they. Okay, this is the back. Okay, you will have two pieces, and they are about 22 and a half by 22 and a half. Okay, and you will have two of these. And so we're going to make an envelope back with the right and the left side. So we'll take, we're going to take this, and we're not going to fold it in half. What we're going to do is take your salvage edge, and you're going to fold it up so that you have wrong sides together, and you're going to fold it up like this, so that when I measure it, it'll be 13 inches from this edge to the fold. So we'll go like that, and we'll check it out. And this one's 12 and a half. So let's bring it up a little bit more. And the reason why I chose the, okay, so let's see, a little bit more. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's go this way. Okay.
By the end of the event, we didn't even. No, of course we
I know,
measured,
yeah.
but
yeah.
we
knew
were within a quarter of an inch every time.
Every
when
time,
we're
yeah.
helping.
So we're gonna go like that. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna take this, and I'll just put a pin in it just so that I don't lose it as I'm bringing my iron over. But we're gonna press a nice crease right there. So we'll do that one, and then this one. And the reason why I picked this salvage is because this is just going to be in the inside of the pillow, and I figure it is finished off, and it's also out of the way now. You don't have to worry about your selvage peeking through your seam or anything. So just take that and we'll measure 13 inches. Okay.
Joni, I think I'm going to set my seam.
Okay, good. I guess that just makes the seam kind of like permanent. Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
You get a nice crisp turn on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so this is 13 inches. There we go. Here, I'll let you press these and I'll trim those.
Okay, I just have one more to press for you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Your handle doesn't say. I think she's talking about this. This is the grab it handle. Let's see this, and we really like this. We have these on many of our rulers here at the store, and we always, if we don't have a ruler with it on, we always wait and make sure that we can use a ruler. I use one of those handles.
There you go,
Okay,
Joni.
there you go. Okay, and she's going to press a crease in there, and then I will also square this one up. So we'll take that and put the edge of the ruler along the edge and then cut off all the excess. Okay, and then we'll take this one. All right. Okay, our front is done. So it will look like that. Okay, very pretty. Okay, then we're ready to put the back on. So I have this, and what we'll do is put the folds towards the center, and then we're going to match up the edges over here. Okay, and then this one with the fold towards the center and match up the sides. And I just put a few pins in just to hold it together right now. So the sides are going to match up, but the top and the bottom, there's going to be excess fabric there. So I just put a few pins in just to hold everything together, and then I just take it and flip it. Okay, so then I think it's easier to see what you're doing right now, like that. Okay, let's make sure this is, let's do that again. So let's bring this down a little bit.
It's worth the extra minute lining it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's bring this one down. There. Okay, so you want a little excess at the top and the bottom. And line up your right and left side.
You know where else I put a pin too, Joni? I always put one like smack dab
I
in
remember you doing that so that you can.
Then it doesn't flap when you're sewing on the machine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a few pins here just to hold.
Tiny bit over this way.
Okay. All right. And then we're going to go like that.
It was so much fun to do the event with you, Joni.
Oh, that's, yeah, we were partners in crime for
a lot of time.
A lot of time. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So right here, it's going to match up on the sides, and then it's going to be a little bit longer. The backing is going to be a little bit longer on the top and the bottom. So then you can kind of, you're going to sew on this side. So that's why I had you flip it around. And then we're just going to pin it and get you keep all your edges together so that when you go to sew it, you don't get one side that flips under. Like you don't want something like that to happen, because then you have to take it, you have to fix it. Okay, and then we'll do this, and then Deb's gonna sew around it. So we're gonna sew all the way around the outer pillow edge, not here, but right there. We're gonna sew all the way around, and we're gonna use the J foot with the side of the presser foot again. There, and let's see. And here, you might want a lot of pins.
Let's press that real quick one more time there.
Okay, and I see a stitch in the ditch foot. No. Yes, I do. Okay,
We need
good.
that.
Yeah, we need that. That's our very last step. We're going to use the stitch in the ditch foot. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and she's going to go over and sew it, and maybe I should show products while you're sewing.
I'll be a couple minutes.
Yeah, she'll be a couple minutes. It's almost done. It's really a fun pillow to make. Okay, so should I show anything? Okay, so first of all was the Christmas musical pillow kit. So in the kit, you will get everything you need except for the shape flex. So we did back that 18-inch by 18-inch piece with a piece of shape flex. But you'll get that, and then also the two borders, and I believe they're 3 by the width of fabric. So you might, I believe that we send them, we don't cut them for you. We'll just give you enough fabric to cut the 2 strips 3 inches wide. Okay, and then you will also get the 22.5 by width of fabric, and you'll just cut that right down the center. And so, I believe is this the fabric that we're using for the new kits?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
You know, we really like it. Okay, and so you'll have the kit. Now, tomorrow we are going to do the table runner that matches this, and you know how Gloria loves sets. So you will have a pillow and a table runner. So that's the next thing, and that there again you will have everything you need to make the table runner. The table runner is right here. Okay, I was wondering where's our table runner, and so this is it, and it's all the musical Christmas is the name of the fabric line, and you'll get a piece for right down the center, a border fabric, and then you'll get two borders, and this is very, very pretty. It's sheet music, and then like this one says deck the halls and joy to the world. So there are actual names of songs, and those will be your borders, and then also you will get a backing, and this is a backing of that beautiful fabric. Okay, and then you'll also get a strip of fabric to make the appliques in the corners. So we're going to show you how to do that tomorrow. Today is Wednesday at 12 o'clock, so it is tomorrow. All right. Okay. Then the next thing we have is a deposit on the new baby lock. It's Radiance. So have we told them when they're coming in or anything, or is that still a secret?
No. I don't know if they have.
Gloria? Yeah. They have?
So,
They've told them we're getting several in. So, but she'll come in and talk to you about it. But if you'd like to put a deposit on one, we are getting some in very, very soon. Okay. All right. So now we have the Dazzle thread. Gloria, did you want to talk about the deposit on the?
Oh
Yeah, I didn't know how much I could say.
Yeah. on what? On the Applaud?
No, on the Radiance.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
or is it
Well, we're allowed to talk about it now.
okay?
But
Okay.
I need to tell them that they're shipping out all of our radiances today.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I
So,
thought. I didn't know if
yeah,
I was
so
allowed to
Merry
say.
Christmas, all of you that have put deposits on the Radiance, because you are going to get them
Yeah.
before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
which is absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
If you'd like to get a Radiance, you can. So we don't have it in the lineup,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
you
think
could,
that's why
she
I.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
all
All
right.
right. Okay. And if they want an applause,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Call Steve.
Call Steve, and
Yes.
he'll make it happen for you.
Yes, Tommy's
Mhm.
busy helping me. Tommy's going to be teaching at 3 o'clock, and he's going to have everybody create a snowflake in IQ Designer,
Okay.
and then send it to the scan and cut out the fabric. Or else, I mean, they could call Tommy too if Steve gets too busy, and John. So don't worry, we will have more people. We will have more people to answer your questions very soon. So anyhow, our phone number, if you want an applaud, which I
Okay.
can't imagine anybody not wanting an
Yeah,
applaud,
I
right?
know. It's so much fun.
absolutely-
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
It's so much fun. Isn't it crazy? I think this all took Baby Lock by surprise.
Mhm.
Don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to Baby Lock Tech not knowing it.
Yeah,
If
come in
even-
here in the middle, Deb.
That
Because
not
they
e-
can't
not
see you.
not even
Yeah.
knowing that
Yeah.
that they were going to show it.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it was a secret the whole time. You know
Right,
that there's
yeah.
a new machine and it's a secret,
Mhm.
right? We
But
didn't
it's
know.
a fun machine.
It
That's
is.
the difference.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And like all the Baby Lock sergers, they just sew so beautifully.
Mhm.
Like-
Did she do a zoom in on the stitches here? Because there's a couple of different stitches.
Yeah, right
Uh-huh.
here you can zoom
Mhm.
right here.
Yeah.
And now tomorrow, this is what we're gonna make.
Yeah, that's what I was telling
Right?
you. So they're
Okay.
showing the kit.
Yeah,
In
and we'll
case
be doing the Sashiko tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I
Okay,
didn't
so
even
yeah.
see the
Yeah.
sausage coat.
Yes.
And remember, some people put it down here.
Okay.
yeah.
And then some people put it out here and just kind of swirled it around.
Okay, I wasn't in the room with the Sashiko. Maybe I
Okay,
need
well-
one of those.
You do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
needs one. No home is a real home without one.
Yeah.
It's just a building
It's just a
until
building.
you put an
Yeah.
applaud and a sashiko in it.
Yeah.
Then it's a home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we
Okay.
agree.
And a new radiance.
And a new radiance.
Yes.
Then your
Okay.
house is a home.
And
for
it's still
sure.
not the price of a new car.
No.
So you deserve it.
Right, you
Yeah.
do deserve it.
Yeah.
Yes, you deserve. I'm here to say that you do deserve a car that has all the new safety features.
Yeah,
Do
she
you have
has one.
one? Yeah, do you have
mine's
one
got-
with that where it keeps you on the road and
Yeah, all I want is heated seats.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
Heated
steering wheel.
seats. Yeah,
Yeah,
heated
that's
steering wheel.
really
Right.
nice.
Yes.
But I like that. Like if I go too close to the white line, it steers me back
Oh,
on.
does- okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel safe because you know
Yeah.
when you're trying to pass an
Mhm.
18-wheeler on the Pennsylvania Turnpike where there's concrete barriers on
Yeah.
both sides.
Talking to your
Mm.
kids at the same time.
Yeah. Yes, you need every safety feature you can
Mhm.
get.
Yeah.
But anyhow, then once you get a really safe car, then I would get an Applaud and a Sashiko and a Radiance.
Yes, yeah.
And
And
then
what,
a Triumph.
I couldn't even pick what order.
No,
No,
right,
no,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Nope.
All right.
So
Okay. So we're
so
gonna go. We're just
you
gonna
guys
finish
keep going.
this up.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go keep getting
Okay.
Tommy ready
Okay.
for 3 o'clock.
Okay. So now, Deb sewed my front and my back together, and so now we're ready to just trim it up. So let's do it on this side, and we'll take our ruler.
Here's a nice. Here's a.
Okay.
You like the other one better?
That one's a little longer. So
Yeah.
But I don't. Let's see what happened to it. But
Here it is, right here,
okay.
under the table runner.
All right. So we're gonna use this, and we're just gonna cut off that excess fabric. And let's see where our
Rotary cutter.
rotary cutter. Well, here it is. It blended in with the fabric over here. All right, so we're gonna just cut that off. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we'll do the other side. Okay.
It's really, I mean, this is about, you could do this in about an hour and
Yeah.
15
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
if you wanted.
Mhm.
And although the Applaud makes it sensational, there's plenty of other ways to do this same pillow. You could applique something in the center. You could embroider something in the center. This is just a standard good pillow pattern.
Yes. Yes. To put the front and the back together.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to snip these corners so that when I turn them, they don't feel bulky. Okay, and then we're going to turn it and press. Here we go. And we probably need a point turner.
I was looking, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, point turner is one of my favorite tools. We'll see how we do without it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like the point turner to turn those corners. And
I'm going to
so we're
put the
just
stitch
gonna-
in the ditch foot on while we're
Okay.
turning it and
Yeah,
pressing
that's-
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Kate, this is the stitch in the ditch foot.
Mm-hmm.
We can, am I in the right spot here, Joni?
Yeah, she can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it has a little guide in the center of it. I'm going to turn it over. And maybe you can see that guide. Here, I'll go there. And the guide you put that right in the seam. And we're going to form the part where the pillow will fit into. But first, after you turn this, we want to press these edges. I'm going to move this over here. This is probably the most tedious part of the whole project.
You know what, Joni? We're threaded with dove gray thread here. Do we want to change that?
Probably a
Weighted
white.
plates.
Do
That's
we
what I
have
was
a
thinking.
white? Okay, and I'm just going to kind of work with this with my fingers to get the edges. And then we'll take the iron.
Can I look in here for 1 second?
Sure.
See if we have
Mhm.
white thread and a white bobbin.
Let's see. I'm thinking that maybe even in here. There's gray, lots of gray thread.
Lots of gray,
Yeah.
lots of red.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't seeing white.
Yeah.
I'll go out here and look.
Yeah, maybe there's one out there. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of work with this with my fingers so that the seam is right on the edge. And then we'll press this. And I'm using my Panasonic iron, but we have a new Panasonic iron that we're going to show. And this is what I'm saying. We're all getting into the wicked. Okay. And I just kind of kind of take your fingers and get the seam right on the edge.
So, Joni, I'm threading this machine up while you're doing that. Explain why we use these spool caps.
Okay. Yes.
Because I don't, and I am probably
okay.
wrong.
Okay. So you have a small spool cap, right?
I do, yes.
Okay. So when your machine will come with several, with 4 different spool caps. you'll get 3 of the white ones, and they come in different sizes. So they'll come in a small, medium, and a large. And when you select your spool cap, you'll kind of look at the size of your thread, and kind of match it to that. So you don't want a big spool cap on one of our skinny spools of thread, and the same thing. You don't want a little spool cap on a large spool of thread. Here, here. Do you have a medium one in here? I could show on this one. Okay. All right.
And here's the small. I can hand that to
So
you. There you go.
this is the small. Okay. This is the medium, then there's a large one. So if I have a spool of thread like this, I don't want these edges to be exposed. I want to cover them up with the spool cap. So I would use this one. You see how I've covered up all those edges. And then I wouldn't want to use the real big one, because what might happen is that it might get hung up on the real large one. So that's why they gave you so many different sizes. So you match it to the spool of thread you're using. So I wouldn't want to use the small one, because that exposes those raw edges. And I wouldn't want to use the large one. Now on the small spools of thread, I like to use, let's see if we have, like this one. You could use this one, but sometimes what happens is the thread gets caught on the spool pin in between the spool cap and the spool thread. So then I would like to use the gray spool cap. Okay, and I'll see.
I have one. I'll put it
I
in.
have a gray one.
Mhm.
And in fact, this morning when I came into work, the truck was here and unloading all of our Advent boxes and things like that. And I looked down, and on the parking lot ground was a gray spool cap, and I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up and then I brought it in. So on this one, if that happens to you, where this thread kind of gets wound around the spool pin and it gets caught underneath the spool cap, change to the gray one. The gray one fits right in there, and that won't happen to you. Whenever you're using your cone threads for embroidery, like this one, okay, then always use the gray spool cap. All right. So, and
Okay.
these are they're so easy to
Loose, yeah.
You take them out and they get kind of, they're in the spool thread, and you set it to the side, and then all of a sudden you look and you can't find your spool
I'll
cap.
put the other two away.
Okay.
We don't want to lose them.
Okay. So that's a little bit about spool caps.
So while you finish pressing, Joni, I'm using the Baby Lock Presto. Let me look. Presto 2.
Okay.
I mean, I don't do machines. I don't know anything about machines. I've never touched a Presto in my life.
Okay.
And I just flew right through this project.
Yeah.
And the stitching's nice and even. And that's something that was kind of nice about the event. So I don't know how many different types of machines we had there.
Yeah, we did have a lot
Lot
of
of
different,
them,
lot of different
yeah.
machines. Yeah.
But
So people got to try them out.
But this one's lightweight. You know, if you wanted a lightweight machine to take.
Yes. So yeah, the Presto is at the beginning of the line of that series, and it has a really nice needle threader, and it has a nice assortment of stitches, and it also has the scissors. You touch the scissors and it cuts the thread. So that is the first one in the lineup that has the scissors.
Well, and I was sitting here threading it, and again, I've never touched a Presto, and I'm thinking, I don't know about this needle threader. I think I'll just do it, just thread it. I thought, no, I better try it. It threaded right up instantly. So yeah, these are nice machines.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're ready for the stitch in the ditch. This is the very last step, and this will help, will form the flange, and you'll be able to slide your pillow right into the back of the machine. So Deb is going to there is a guide on the foot, and the guide is going to rest right on top of this ivory fabric. right next to the seam, and then you'll have a stitch that you won't see. So we use the white thread, and so she's going to sew all the way around the pillow front that we made on the Applaud. And the only thing you need to worry about is like maybe right back here. I'll put a pin, and I'll put it down here so we don't have to worry so much about where it is.
You can never not use enough pins
Mm-hmm. There we
because
go.
it beats the minute that it takes to put in an extra pin compared to tearing out something.
Mhm. Okay, so there it is, and she's going to do the stitch in the ditch, and then it's done.
Joni,
And
do you have a black bobbin? I put a white bobbin in. Do we have a
oh
black
yeah,
bobbin?
let's do a black because the fabric on the
back,
is,
yeah.
is black, and maybe the white wouldn't look as nice. So let's see. We probably do. I'll find one. Let's see. We did have one in the other table. Let's see.
I'll look at in this other room.
Yeah. Okay. I think she went outside. Oh, here's one. Deb? I got one. Okay, so we have a black bobbin. And also, since we press the seams towards the border, it's really easy for that stitch just to fall into place. There's like a little ledge right there, and it will just fall right into place. Okay? So maybe we can get a picture of you sewing around it.
All righty. We always have the option to move the needle a little bit.
Mhm.
Really, I found, Joni, I don't know about you, but I found with the event that you really just didn't have to. It just seemed to fall right into place. So
There we go. Okay. So there's a little guide, and she's going to start right on the inside
here's the
of
guide.
the pillow, and there's the guide, and so I'm just going to rest it right on top of the ivory fabric and against the black fabric.
And I noticed I usually start in the corner. Joni, you always started a little further down. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 So we'll do it, Joni.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Now we're going to put our we can put on our automatic tie off, and let's go to stitch number 4 so it will stitch in place.
Okay, we're in, I think.
Okay, and then we're going to hit the scissors so that when she's done, it will automatically tie off and then cut the threads.
And I'm going to slide the speed down just a little bit.
Yeah. This one doesn't have the hover position, so she will have to raise or press her foot when she comes to the corners.
And the one thing about stitching in the ditch, the people that I was helping, I was telling them, in this case, think white. I don't know, if your mind blinks off just for a second, you're going to fall up over the flange. And I'm not watching the needle. I'm actually watching the guide.
Yes. Yeah. Don't keep your eyes on the needle. Just keep your eyes on that guide, and keep it where you on the ivory fabric. Okay, so now she'll raise or press her foot and turn and pivot. I like the needle stop down because you're always ready to pivot if you want. And then also when you come to the end, I always use my scissors because that will raise the needle. And it will also cut the threads.
Coming up to the third side.
Okay, and then you'll raise the presser foot and pivot.
You never know what's happening at Gloria's. I thought I was coming in today to help catch up Natalia.
Okay.
Yeah, her mom's not doing well, so she went home
To
So-
Peru.
to Peru. So our
Yeah.
prayers are with Natalia.
Yes, her mom's in her 90s, and so she had to go home. And she's the one that cuts all of our fabric after, that we sell on Mondays. And
And you know, previously with using this, I was watching the needle, and you kind of come on and you come off. And I don't see anywhere where I've gone on to the black, and that's because I'm watching the guide.
mhm.
And that's what happens when you do 12 sessions, right, Joni?
Yes, that's exactly. You knew everything. You had down, everything was down pat.
And that's like when we did Baby Lock Tech, and we had the sessions with the Applaud. It's really, and then the event sessions. I mean, I could thread that in my sleep, and the more you look at it, you just come up with one idea after another what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I think I'm almost back, Joni, and we are done with
Yeah.
this.
Okay, that's all done. It's beautiful.
It is. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Done. We need to trim one thread right there, Joni.
Yeah, one thread.
And we're done.
Okay. Here, we'll get that one.
We'll let Gloria back in.
Okay, it is beautiful. Okay, and there, now we'll put the pillow in. Here, we have this, our pillow form. This one. Okay, this I'm just going to leave, I'm just going to leave it in the plastic. Or should I take it out?
You could take it out.
Okay,
We
all
have
right.
plenty.
We have plenty?
Mhm.
All right.
So Gloria likes a 14-inch pillow.
Yeah.
She likes
I don't like the back to gape open.
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's
That's
why I like
why.
a 14
And-
with this size.
Mhm. Yeah,
Let's
we
see what you think.
Yeah, we do not like it to gape over, so we really made sure that it was it overlapped enough.
Okay.
Okay, and I
so-
did 16, and I put a piece of Velcro. So
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you
So
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you like them
Yeah,
stuffed,
stuffy.
you go 16. It comes with a 14 by 14.
okay,
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Okay.
kit does.
Mhm. Okay.
I think I'll turn off the iron so we don't burn the place down.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Now tell them. Okay. I gave them a little hint that we're with the wicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I started using the iron, so
Okay.
we now have an iron.
Yeah,
That
with the
is-
red.
Yeah, with
It's
this
ruby red.
ruby red.
Uh-huh. So they're
Mhm.
heading our way right now. And we are saying that it is
Mhm.
the ruby red slippers that the Wicked Witch of the West, I guess she's going to turn into the Wicked Witch of the West. Because when we left the show, she was nice. So was
Yeah.
she turning
Don't tell me I didn't go
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
I don't quite understand it because she was such a it had such a beautiful part.
there's
I
a
I
pinning.
don't want her to be.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
But look at how stuffed that
It is. Yes, it's
So
beautiful.
the 14 by 14.
Here, right here. I'm
Okay.
gonna take my
Love it,
hand.
don't you?
I love
Yes,
it.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do.
Here, I'm just taking. Get my.
So she's pushing the corners
let me-
way
yeah,
deep in.
Yeah.
So how's the ruby red compare to the one that from this?
That's
Yeah.
it. It's exact same.
Okay.
Exact
The
same.
2 hour
It's just
2
Hot-
hour. Yeah, it's just you
hot.
pick the color.
Oh my goodness, it is
yeah,
hot.
nice and
Mhm.
hot, really heavy steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the
Mhm.
same as this one. I think we just
me get
turned
out
it
of the way.
off, so it might have, but it really steams nice. No,
Mhm. Yeah.
and this has been off for a little bit too.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
so it stays on for 2 hours. So it's meant for quilters. We don't like having to put it back on and then and we leave it on and then we go back and it turned off.
Right.
And it's cooled
Mhm.
off, and then we gotta wait. But this one will stay on for 2 hours, so that's really
Right,
good.
yeah,
And you could
so
just
that-
choose
yeah.
whether you want the gold, which kind of is my preference. But
Mhm.
if
you
you
want the
like ruby red, yeah, we have that.
Mhm.
You know what else we haven't talked about either is
The
the,
thread.
the
razzle
yes,
and the
yeah.
dazzle.
And
Okay.
this, did you talk about this?
Not
No,
yet.
no,
No.
yeah, we
We got
no.
a
have to
bunch of
talk-
stuff to talk
Yeah,
about.
okay. So the
love
kit
it.
that they'll get is like this one. Is that-
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
All
It'd
right.
be like this one. Oh, but they get another option. So grab the black fabric.
okay.
So if they'd rather do that on black, they're going to get a piece of the white, which I think is gorgeous. Can they see it?
Yeah,
Kate,
there,
they could,
that's,
oh,
yeah, that's
yeah,
really
see?
nice. Mhm.
Okay, so they could do it in the white with those poinsettias. I think I would do that one for sure. But if you'd rather have the black,
Yeah, and then you
that
could
you're going to
use-
get a piece of black too.
Mhm.
So you decide.
With the black, I'd probably use the green and maybe the
Well,
gold. I guess the green,
green
and the
or red.
Yeah, green
or
and red.
whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay,
Okay.
let's just go down your list
Okay.
and see
Can I
if we
just
did
see?
them all.
Okay, so we had no, we haven't done them all yet. So we have the pillow kit. We talked about the
Did
deposit.
you? How about
the
the?
dazzle?
How about the table runner kit too?
Yes, we did. We did talk
Okay.
about that.
Okay, so
that's
that one.
tomorrow.
So the first one is the dazzle.
So yeah, this is this assortment of really pretty
Yeah,
threads.
so put it here
and,
so our
it
camera
has-
can see it.
Yeah, we have red and green, and this is I would call that like a
Copper or-
Copper, or yeah. and
You know
then
what?
this
You know
is-
what? I've been watching this one.
Yeah. It's
What
really
about
pretty.
on white velveteen
Oh yeah.
or cream velveteen for
Well,
fall?
Yeah.
That's what I used on the right here. I used that pretty color in here.
It's so
Yeah.
pretty.
And then there's like a gold, and then a silver.
Okay. Make
Mhm.
sure whenever you put down, put
Mhm.
it near. I'll show you where the bullseye is, right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that'll make it easier for Kate.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. All right. And then now the next one
So
will be
The,
the razzle.
yeah.
So put that in the
Okay.
place.
Okay, this is here, there. And those are really pretty colors. You got red and green.
Look like summer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
5 spools. The razzle doesn't cost as much as the dazzle. So that's why the difference in price. So you'll get, and remember, it's always 10% put back into your account.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
And okay, the next item is the stitch in the ditch foot.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's the one we just got done using, and it has a little guide on it. And this guide, you set it up like we kept saying, match the guide with the ivory fabric, and you leave that right on the edge of the black fabric, and you'll get a perfect little stitch in the ditch.
Okay, now the next one is the stitch in the ditch foot micro, or is that what these aren't that?
Now, okay, that's
Oh,
this
oh, here, or is it
Yeah,
here?
it's this
Is
one.
this one?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is something that you will use on the Applaud, and let's open this up and just take a look at them. They're
Mhm. I'll have
they
a
have that
picture
metal
right there.
guide just like the one for the sewing machine, and they're different.
Oh, did you show them how to change it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm, yeah.
Because you don't have to take the foot off. Is that
Mhm.
genius or what?
Yeah.
Oh, the threads are all 8 weight. We
Yes.
like the 8 weight the best. So where
Mhm.
it is, I'll put that right here again.
Yeah.
So both the razzle and the dazzle are 8 weight.
mhm.
And
So-
we got, right, we did 10 pillows
Oh,
before we had to change the
you're
thread.
being conservative. I think
Yeah.
we were close to 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yes.
decorated, we had 12 people sit at that same machine, and the threads lasted.
And the tea towels.
And the tea towels too. So
Yes.
12
Mhm.
pillows, 12 tea
Tea
towels
towels, yeah.
before we had. So it goes a long way.
Mhm.
Mhm. And so this has the stitch in the ditch, and I'm noticing that this the guide is in different places with the different feet.
Okay.
See, one is off to the
So
right, and one's
it
to the
says
left.
Stitch in the ditch foot center, stitch in the ditch foot left.
And then this one is center, left, and right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm anxious to try all these out.
Okay.
And
Now,
we'll-
did you do? Okay.
Now-
So print moda. Tommy will talk about that later, right?
Okay.
Oh, the quilting glass head pins. They're
Okay.
a must-have.
Yes.
There they are.
Okay, we were using those. Okay, these are nice and long. They're 1 7/8 inches.
Okay. So
We'll
put.
put that there.
So 1 7/8. Remember, we hate the pins that bend.
These
So-
will not bend.
No, they
They're
will
made
not
in
bend.
France, so
Yeah, so that means they're couture.
couture.
Yeah, we decided that. But they've got glass heads, so they won't melt when you iron over it. 1 7/8 inch long. We've never had them snag the fabric. Or,
Mhm.
you know, some pins you try to pin with them and
Yeah.
they're hard to get in
Yeah,
and
yeah,
out of the
yeah.
fabric.
Yeah.
These are really good. They slide in. These are our favorite pins.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and they don't bend.
Mhm.
All right, now the chocolate liners.
Right
Chocolate
here.
liners, we use those to mark the grid marks on the pillow front, and they come in 3 different colors. There's the white and the pink and the blue. So, like on my white,
The white one is first.
Mhm.
So you'd use that one to mark dark fabrics, right?
Mhm.
And now the blue and the pink, you can mark anything with those.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think today I used the pink one. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
But they're all 3 are
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
to
here we
have,
go.
but definitely having the white and either the blue
Blue
or the pink.
Right.
You don't have to have all 3.
No.
All right. Now
Okay.
tell them about the next
Okay.
one.
So now we have the.
Hang on, I'm going to grab all 3. Okay.
The-
So the first one
is
is the clicker.
clicker. Okay, so this is
Okay.
a ballpoint pen, and this comes in a package with black, blue, and red. The ballpoint pen is very, thin and accurate. You want to use that on like your fabrics that do not have nap. We'll use the felt tip ones on those. But
Mhm.
this one you'll get a really nice.
Yeah, and the clicker
black.
ones have the thicker point. So the other one, so we also have 2 black. If you'd rather just get 2 black, this
okay.
one's an assortment, black, blue, and red. And the next one in the lineup is 2 of the black. And then more and more, this one we use, right?
Yeah, more and more. Yeah, this one has a felt tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they will all disappear with a warm iron. You don't even have to touch it. If you give it a little steam, it
They
just
do say
disappears.
test it because every once in a while
Mhm.
it'll like permanently mark your fabric. We weren't worried about making the pillow because you were covering it with stitches.
Stitches, right.
So,
Mhm.
but anything that has texture, so like a knit or anything with texture, you have fleece,
Fleece or terry cloth. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
you have to use
Velour.
the felt tip.
Mhm.
Okay, and then the Quilter Select ruler. So is that one? What size is that
The
one?
3-inch.
Oh,
The
that's
3-inch.
okay,
Yeah, I love this
so-
ruler. I think it's just
so perfect for marking your lines.
right. Mm-hmm. And it will not move. Like you see how it's moving. The whole fabric's moving. It won't. It will stay in place. Yeah. So that is a really. You see how it kind of grabs the fabric and it doesn't move.
Okay, next one
Okay.
is your ruler.
Okay. This is the 15.5 by 15.5 grid ruler. That's by Creative Grids. This is the one we use to square up the pillow, and so you could use it, for all your different
Yes,
markings.
up to 15
2
and a half by
2.5,
15 and a
15.
half,
And it's
right?
got
Right,
the
right.
diagonal line, the center's marked, all the every inch, every eighth of an inch is marked.
It has grippers on the back. So
Mhm.
their pluses, okay, so Creative Grid, Quilter Select's pluses, it doesn't move, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't move.
Right.
But then it's kind of hard to pick up sometimes, right?
Yeah.
The Creative Grids, it doesn't move as long as you're pressing down on it. You don't
Mhm.
even have to press down very hard, but when you lift up, it's real easy to slide off the table and move it.
Yeah.
So,
With the Creative Grids, I always use one of the gypsy handles.
yes,
Gypsy
we
handles.
love
These
those.
little,
Yep,
yeah, these
best
little-
rulers ever, Carol says.
yeah.
All right. So, okay. And then, winter
Okay,
clothesline.
this
All
is a
right.
new project that we've been working on, and it is so cute. Here, we're going to put this away, and
I think
It's-
everybody in the store is going to have their hands into it before,
Yeah,
before it gets done.
okay, this is the pattern. Here, we'll put that right there,
That's too
and okay, and it will look like this. But this is done on with the embroidery, and we have the clothesline here, and then this one. We're not done yet,
Yeah.
but there.
I don't know that
But
she can get
see
the
that,
camera
yeah.
there.
Mhm.
So let's push it a little farther forward.
Mhm.
Okay. So what's in the bubble right now is just the design set, right? So actually, it's a download, so you don't even have to have a CD. We love that companies are going with that because most people don't have CD-ROM drives. But what I want you to zoom in is the snowflakes.
Yeah,
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
So they were right on there, positioned right where they wanted them.
Mhm.
So we got to see if we can isolate those, and I guess we can in our Solaris,
Oh, I
right?
think,
Yeah.
We
yeah.
can tell it and then use them in other projects.
Just the same as you could isolate the sweater or
And
the
she's
yeah,
doing
mittens.
our favorite way to applique.
Mhm.
She is doing satin stitch.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
last one she did wasn't the stitching.
No, it was a little
It was
bit,
the nativity pillow over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
so
a little bit rougher, like.
yeah. So now
mhm.
her whoever's doing their designing, their stitching is a lot better.
Mhm.
So we
Okay.
went. Now she's doing it just like Tommy. I bet she's watching
See
Tommy.
right here, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kinda-
so you can kind of see little
Mhm.
edges
Yeah,
and things
we didn't like that. No,
Yeah.
no. So
Mhm.
she's doing it like we like, which is the
Mhm.
way we have Tommy doing all of our digitizing.
Thing.
So we
Mhm.
feel like she's copying
Mhm.
us.
I think this is like
but
a
we
breath.
love her designs.
I think this is like a breath of fresh air after Christmas. To bring out
Yes.
something this color.
Mm-hmm. Now the
Oh,
next one should
this
be
read
the
the-
kit,
the-
right?
Yes, the kit. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this is the backing.
Mhm.
Okay. So is the next one down 118? What is that?
That's the pattern.
Oh, that was the
For
pattern.
the-
So let's put 118 back on again.
Mhm.
So that is okay. So that is the design set, and see, it's only $11.99. I think
Mhm.
we were scaring people away because the kit is like in the $30 range,
Okay.
but the clothesline bench pillow pattern,
Mhm.
the embroidery design is only $11.99. That's unbelievable, isn't
Mhm.
it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and remember, 10% goes back into your account.
Mhm.
Now go to the other one, and this one is the one that's $33.95. Show them what comes in their kit.
Okay, so you will get the background fabric, which is this white on white snowflakes, and then you'll get the backing, okay, and you'll get a first border, this one, and then there's also another piece that is
So if you zoom in on this,
yeah,
it's the border is down here, right?
Yeah, so there's the outside border, and then there's an inside border, which will be this one, and then that's like
What's this? Kitten prints or what?
That's
is
what
it?
there's two I saw in here, I
Oh
think.
my gosh,
this
that
morning-
looks really cute.
Let me look real
Mhm.
quick.
Oh,
Right here.
see?
yeah,
Okay, we used
Snowflakes.
jute.
snowflakes on the
Here,
borders.
it has to be
yeah.
because they're showing it.
So
It,
that
it
means-
says
Kate,
somewhere that
zoom in on that. It looks like little footprints, maybe, and then it looks like maybe a little fox. Well, we're gonna sew it out.
Yeah,
Well,
there
oh
it
yeah,
is.
it is.
Think
Or a
of it there.
raccoon. What is
What
that?
is this right here? What does it say right there?
Oh, right there. Okay.
Okay.
What would you
Raw
say? That's a
edge
fox.
applique, the
The
fox.
fox. Okay. From the panel to the bottom right corner of the pillow.
Mhm.
So go up to step 12. So you guys show the fabrics I'm going to
Okay.
read.
All
yeah,
right.
I thought there was background quilting in there, Gloria. I thought I saw a mention of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is really good.
It
Yeah,
is good.
it is good.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say for sure. I thought I said something about cat paws or dog paws.
Yeah, maybe the
Mm.
fox paw prints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is going to
Mhm.
be so cute. So the
Okay.
fabric, you get all the fabric you need,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And even
then-
we're going to include a piece of twine.
Okay. And
Oh,
then,
show them
and
where
then
the
also-
twine is going to go.
See
So
right
that-
here, it's going to be the clothesline, and you just kind of drape it over. So this is separate, and you're going to tack it down, in each little article of clothing, and it's going to come over here and then over there. It's going to be very cute, very, very
Yeah, it
cute. Kind
is.
of like this way. I'm looking at it upside down.
So
There.
this
Okay.
is like a little clothespin.
Mm-hmm.
These are little clothespins. So
Yeah.
Okay, number 7, guys.
Seven.
Seven.
Optional. There are 2 bonus hoopings in this pattern to use on the outer border as desired. Optional snowflake hoop and optional paw
Okay.
prints.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right
Mhm.
here, I mean, this is the cutest thing
Mhm.
ever. Yes. So I think
Mhm.
this is a must-have, and I
Yeah.
think your fabric selections are just beautiful. They
Mhm.
kind of zoomed in on them, and they picked something very close to what the designer used. So
And
you
you
will
know,
get all the fabrics.
my favorite day to sew is December 26th or December 27th.
Yeah.
Christmas is over. You
Mhm.
just get a cup
The
of
world
tea.
is at
And
peace.
you
They, and
Yeah,
yeah, and,
yeah.
and here you are. You'd have something brand new for January
Yes.
if you have it ready.
Yeah.
This would make a great gift to give
It
to
is.
an
Mhm.
embroiderer, the design and the
And the
kit,
kit.
right?
Right.
That would be a perfect Christmas present. So we
And by
highly
then,
recommend it.
by then you're probably done with red and green.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
ready for something different.
Yes, especially us because we've had Christmas since
Since
May.
May.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next one, this is our buffalo plaid blanket, and these were on back order forever.
Mhm.
And what it is, it's
Oh.
all made, but it's ready to
Embroidered. Doesn't
Yeah, we
it
gotta
have a
find the zipper.
zipper? Yeah.
Here it is, right here. So you're able to go in and embroider it
Oh,
wherever you
wow.
want. It'll go wherever you want, and then you'll embroider it, and then you'll just zip it closed, and it is done. So this is really quick and easy. We only have 6 left, and whenever they run out of stock, we have learned that it takes some months to get more in. So we just have 6 left of the buffalo plaid, and it's $42.95 for the blanket, completely made.
Mhm.
Let me tell you how big it is. 50 by 60.
Yeah, be a quick Christmas present.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Quick gift to make. Okay, I'll slide this
Oh,
aside,
okay.
and I think the towels are next.
Okay.
So, do
And the
you?
towels.
I don't know that we have one here. Is it the towels with the tassels?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one. We should have one here. We had so many of
Of
them.
them? Oh, really?
Yeah, they were very nice. They
Maybe
had
we
a
don't.
stripe.
I don't think,
well,
I didn't see
yeah.
one.
Okay.
They had a stripe with a red. It was a red stripe, and then there was another one with a gray stripe. But they had these white tassels on them.
Oh, and somebody said USB. Well, I don't think it's cat paws. I think it's got to be fox paws.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but the USB, no USB comes with it. It's a digital download. So you would use you would go on their site and download it, and then they'll put it on a flash drive. Like you'll put it on a flash drive
Mhm.
yourself. So usually one of the last pages has the code.
The
for
code
it.
we found it. It was right here, right there.
Oh. Okay.
To download the.
Oh, and okay, so it tells you a code to
Mhm.
put in to download it. So
Mhm.
yes, so it's really
That-
easy.
Yeah, that was on the second page, I believe. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the
And
towels.
is that it? Are we
Well,
at the
well,
end?
one more thing, the towels we've been using for the Applaud, but everybody has these machines with all of these decorative stitches in
Yeah.
them. Why
Mhm.
can't you just say Merry Christmas or something right down the
Yeah,
center
right?
of
That
them?
would be really
Uh-huh.
cute.
Yeah.
We want you to be using
Use
your
those
decorative.
Yes.
And that our new even spacing foot,
Mm-hmm.
that you use your decorative
Little
stitches
stitches.
for that.
Mhm.
All right, we're
Okay.
done.
Done.
I'm going to go with Tommy. We're getting ready. Final steps for getting ready for 3:00, where he's going to show you how to take a piece of line art, turn it into an applique on your machine using
Mhm.
IQ Designer and My Design Center, and then he's going to have you take it over to the scan and cut it out, and then sew
Wow,
it. So
great.
it's going to be a basic lesson. So I said, go easy on them, Tommy. And so we're going to do a snowflake. It's going to be really easy. But as he keeps giving lessons, he's going to start doing things where you layer the fabric on top and have different fabrics. So,
Perfect.
all right, we'll see
Okay.
you at 3:00.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, everyone.
Mhm.